Hello, world. I am so excited to be here with a super magical, powerful interview for all of you business owners who want to make a bigger difference with your work on the planet. I have somebody really dear to my heart here on the call with me, and she is, I'm going to introduce her in a second, but she's been instrumental in helping me actually create my book. Like she actually, you actually channeled the title of my book, which is all about making your life more sparkly. And that includes our dream businesses, our passion businesses. And so we're going to be talking about, and you see this in the title down here, about making your life more sparkly, also in terms of abundance through your business and having fun playing at the same time. So a strange concept for many people. We run a lot of subconscious stories that we're not allowed to play. So we'll talk about permission to play in making our life more sparkly and our business more sparkly. And I just see like Jean just disappeared momentarily. So I'm going to bring her back on. It's all good. No problem. Okay, so I'm officially introducing Jean Berry now. So Jean Berry, who is here with me, she is a business game expert who uses games, decks, and accountability to increase your revenue and impact. Coaches and consultants hire her to create games that have people lean in, increase engagement, referrals, and results. So it's a very powerful bio that really brings the ball home to not just playing, but actually using it strategically to make money. So welcome, Jean. I officially want to welcome you. I'm so happy to have you here to talk.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
Whew. So let me ask you a question. So you helped me spark my book and write my book. You channeled the title for me, and then I ran with it and wrote it. And I also got inspired to create a game for the book, which helps people get out of their mind and into their heart to find their best actions. Jean, do you want to share? You invented a game. That's how we actually met. I want to bring that to the table too. Tell us a bit more of how do you use play in your business and for your clients to create abundance?
Well, beautiful. Thanks so much for asking that. I'm just going, okay, back. What had me invent a game, right? And actually, it started because I saw that people weren't getting results. Like I was with a group of women who, for the first time, really got incredibly clear through their intuition and listening to their higher selves of what their purpose was on the planet. And inside of doing that, I was just so excited. I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to work. Everyone's going to get their stuff, right? And
Mm-hmm.
what happened was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happened because what I saw is that most people simply don't trust that enough to
Mm-hmm.
take deep and meaningful action that then has the universe open up all those cool things and getting synchronicity. And so this game idea poured right in. And at first I just wrote it on all these index cards and said, okay, this is how we can make it go. And it took me, and then I played it with people, and people were like, oh, that's what I needed. I needed the consistency of hearing myself, of listening, of knowing that my intuition is true,
Mm-hmm.
taking a little teeny baby step on it, and then seeing results.
Yeah.
And so this is the thing about intuition in business and having it open. And so ultimately in my world, I only do that. We listen to intuition, we get an action, but we put some structures in place for it in terms of
Mm-hmm.
play
Mm-hmm.
that allows us to actually have it happen in a
Yes.
meaningful way.
Yes. There's so much magic in what you're saying. And I want people to see and experience your game actually. Like, would you bring it on? Like, let's give it a spotlight because it was so big for me. I want to share the backstory from my view also, which is how I met Jean. Your game actually, and the whole concept of finding my answers in business through my intuition I love that so much because I wanted more play. I was ready to have more play. I wanted to build my business from the energy of play. To me, that means living my life sparkling, is to live from joy and do business with joy. That is absolute the foundation. Otherwise, I don't want to take action. I'm not connected with my courage or with my purpose to take action if I'm not in joy. And so, yeah, so when I met you and heard about your game, I was yes, and I joined. Actually, you had a really cool business concept behind it, a facilitator program. It was a total win-win-win, which helped you make money and helped me make money, and it helped me find my business actions through play. So I love all of it. So let's see the game, and you share whatever you want to share about it.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And so here is the game. It's called Angels, Peacocks, and Butterflies 100 Days of Miracles.
Mhm.
And it's ultimately three decks. They're sitting here on my desk here. I gotta grab it. So
Yeah.
it's three decks that allows you to hear deeply your
Mhm.
intuition. So the first deck is the angel deck. Do you want to actually play or
Please do, let's do it. So I'm gonna be your play example, and yes, yes, let's
Okay,
do it.
cool. So we shuffle that up with the intention of pulling the perfect card for Astrid right now. And
Mhm.
so you're just going to say stop when we're at your card, unless, of course, it
Yep,
comes flying out. Oh, there it is. Ooh,
truth. Okay.
truth. Beautiful. Second deck is the butterfly deck. Here it is,
Mhm.
tied to
Yep,
the business chakras.
the
And so
butterflies and
again, we'll shuffle it up. You'll say stop when we're at your card. Ooh, office space and systems,
all
chakra
right.
one.
Okay.
And the peacock deck.
Mhm. Stop.
Ooh, that was a quick one. Haha, collaborating.
Amazing. Oh, I always love.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
So inside the box is this fabulous journal pad. There's actually 100 sheets of the journal pad, which
Mhm.
allows you to basically keep track of what you drew and get some deeper answers. And so there's actually other words on here that form the beginning of a sentence that your brain cannot finish. And so you can only finish it by listening to your intuition or higher self. And so I'm going to write this in here, office space and systems and
I-
collaborating. Okay, so there's what it looks like. And so
Yeah.
I'm going to speak the beginning of the sentence,
Mhm.
and you're going to listen to your intuition
Mhm.
for whatever the end of this sentence is.
Okay.
I am truth in my office space and systems. Therefore, I am collaborating.
I got with the angels. All right then. That's not what I thought my mind would say, and it didn't.
That's so awesome. And so, in this sentence, and there's actually no doing, this is about who you be. And
Mhm.
how amazing is it to choose today collaborating with angels in your office space and system, in your whole business? That's kind of like the structures of what happens.
Mhm.
That's amazing. And so
Yeah.
now what we do is we take that angel card, which today was truth,
Mhm.
and we're going to become truth. And when you
Mhm.
become truth, and for our viewers, I want you to feel this because when you become truth, you find where it lives in your body.
Mhm.
And so let's just hang on to that for a second. When you say to yourself, I am truth,
I
where do
am.
you feel it? You might feel like an expansion or a warmth or a movement of some sort, heart opening. So, do you feel where truth lives in your body?
Yeah, for me, it's in my lower heart area, like a chest area.
Beautiful. And I kind of had it each kind of molar solar plexus area for truth.
Mhm.
So what we're going to do is we're going to actually take that truth and that spark of truth that lives in your lower heart area and we're going to grow it. And if you're watching today, wherever it lives for you, we're going to grow it for you too. So close your eyes and just feel you are now truth in your whole chest and heart. You are
Mhm.
truth in your shoulders. You are truth in your arms and hands and fingers. You are truth in all of your organs. You are truth in your hips. You are truth in your legs and knees. You are truth in your feet and toes. You are truth in your neck and head. There is nowhere in your body that isn't truth. In fact, we're going to bump it out about a foot from you, and now you're in a big bubble of truth. And from this space, I'm going to ask your higher self another question. And here's the question. In light of that, in light of being truth, what is your key action for today?
Hmm. Okay, for me, it is to go sit in the sunshine, which is outside in nature, and meditate in the sunshine.
Mm, that's amazing. So, this action, and I'd like to also point out that most people get actions that don't sound very businessy, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't really sound very businessy. However, this action, because it's from your higher self, is a miracle portal. And by taking that action today, you get a miracle. And the miracle happens today, tomorrow, or next week, but it's or even next year, but it shifts the matrix of your time so that you start getting miracles every day. And so obviously when you play every day, you get more miracles, which is pretty damn awesome. And so inside the booklet are also tally sheets, which allow you to track then over time what these movements are and maybe even some of those blind spots. And then every 25 days, you can decode that and find out maybe the deeper messages or blind spots that
Mhm.
keep you in the space you are. And
Yeah.
so this game was designed to incrementally move business owners along in their business and
Mhm.
get miracles at the same time. And then when those big things show up, it means that they're able to actually take action on those because now they trust their
Mhm.
truth. Truth.
Yes. Alright, thank you so much for demonstrating your game and giving me guidance through your game. It felt really powerful and awesome, and I wanna reflect in my own experience, how that, because I played with your game for quite a while, and I did the whole tallying thing, and I loved, that so many times, inspired action, like you're saying, it was, some self-care thing that showed up, or some spirit connection or some playful thing. And I found in my own experience that I had to make that actually a foundation of my business. And it showed up a lot for me back when we met because I did not have it really as a foundation of my business.
Well,
I was
yeah.
very thinking with my head and like not really connected with my intuition and just like thinking what would make sense to take action on and like doing a lot of things, and I was never feeling like I was doing enough. It was like a painful place. It actually inspired me to write the book. Also like, how do I make my life more sparkly? It is by finding our intuition and bringing more playfulness into our life. I love that you give people access through playfulness to hear the intuition, um, which is where our magic comes in because we get out of our head, right? It's like, do you want to say more of like how that works? Like, why is that so important in your world?
Well,
Um,
exactly. Yeah. Exactly what you said is that in business, we have this feeling that all we can do is just work. Like and there's never enough then. You can never actually get all the work done. And it
yeah.
makes me think of that that quote by Sir Richard Branson. Now, obviously he has kind of a big business, right? And he says play is the number one foundation of his business.
Yeah, that's
And
why I
if
love
you
it so much.
watch exactly, when you watch his business and his playfulness, and I follow him on Instagram, and he's always posting very funny things, and they're about like rocket ships actually going into space, right? Because
Mhm,
that's what he does in business. But it's really fascinating to say when we bring that playful spirit, not only are we more innovative,
mhm.
we come up with better answers, our bodies are relaxed, our bodies are in better shape, so we get all kinds of things from play.
Yep.
It's not just, you know, a static thing say that we do on the side. It has to
Mhm,
be foundational, and when
mhm.
play is foundational to your business, your body works better, you have better ideas, and they work better, and you get synchronicities. All
Yes.
those things happen.
Yes, 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 yes. I'm actually going to do a quick drawing for that because I tell that my clients as well and my people who hang out with me of like why I wrote the book and why I also have a game and how it helps people and why do my creativity workshops, why actually they help you also in your business. So here's a stick figure of a person, right? So we have a dream and we have our logical mind, which whereas the logical mind is on the left side supposedly. I don't even know if that's true. It's what in our current scientific awareness. So we have our logical mind, which might be bigger, whatever. But we have, right, and that gives us all these like checklists that we and it's brilliant in its own way. It can create amazing structures, businesses. You can build empires with it. Yes, no doubt you can. However, what I found, and that's also in my Sparkle book, that was part of my journey. I got an intuition of this while I was playing. Actually, I was swimming in a pool while I was at a business retreat and got this very clear image of a which is not the graphic I'm giving you right now, but it was an image of a boat that has a star above the boat, and the star represented the intuition and listening to the heart. And my boat was the business, basically. And when I was not listening to the star, the boat was getting really freaking heavy. I was doing all these checklists here because I was only using my mind. But when I started using the intuition, what happened, and through playfulness, right? Then I got, like you just saw in Jean's game, then I got like the easy, direct, most aligned action steps that really resonated with my heart and what my heart and soul, body, spirit, mind, business needs right now as a foundation. I got those individual steps. And then I got like 3 action steps maybe per day, and the rest would like come to me as oh, here's this opportunity, is this miracle, right? But like much less than with the mind. So so back to this graphic here. So the intuition, what happens to me was playfulness and listening to the heart is then suddenly the whole first of all, you get the messages from higher messages into the heart, which then feels amazing, and you get clarity. All these lists fall away and you might see like, oh, I just need to do this or something entirely different. And what also happened, what I realized is that it really also accesses kind of what you mentioned, Jean, like the intuitive side of us, like our in zone of genius, our intuitive creative brain, right? And then it goes even further. It's like I would even see like in our energy fields, like all the energy fields open up when we play. Then we access our higher self, like our spirit teams. Like we really get connected to all the magic that we are, and we can use our mind to take the inspired actions, not the all should lists, whatever, to then carry it out. That's how I see like it really like opens up in a big way to operate in our full magic as opposed to just our logical mind. Jean, like your commentary to the stick figure.
No, well, I love that, and I love seeing that visual representation of how our inspiration hits our hearts,
Yeah.
because that is that whole thing about when you actually even physically touch your heart, you can get in touch with it.
Mhm.
Because some people are like, well, how do I find that intuitive piece? How do I hear? How do I know it's true? That piece, when you
Mhm.
touch your heart, you will instantly have a knowing. That's
Mhm.
the one. It's
Mhm.
that settling into your body. It's not sitting in your head, it's sitting right down here in your heart. And I love that piece because there is no question that this opens up that whole, all the possibilities. Every
Mhm.
path opens then. So, which makes me want to pull out your game because, of course, I have it too.
Oh yeah, let's do that. All right.
Can we play?
Of course,
Can we
please.
play?
Yes.
I have
Yes.
cards.
Yes.
So I would love to pull this card for all the viewers today. Can we do that?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so I have a feeling that this one's just going to come flying out. Like this one's just going to fly out exactly what everyone needs to hear today from this. It's going to be deep and meaningful and useful today for making loads of money in your business. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Let's bring it.
Bring it. Whoa, there it went. Went flying out. flying out. Actually, two flew out, so we're gonna have to see what
Ooh.
they were. They were both juicy cards.
Oh, those are the play cards. I love
Yep,
it.
yep.
Back
So I have
to
two
play.
juicy cards.
You
So
know what,
the
Gene, you
first
hold them like this, they look like boobs. So it's also about owning our strength, our inner strength,
Exactly.
and
Okay, so
divine.
here's the first one.
What?
Ooh, power jump and oomph.
Yes. Okay.
Strike a power pose and jump. Add a
Okay.
noise or face or both. Embellish it. Then hold the pose and the feeling for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Hold it, hold it. Feel the surge. Then take an inspired action from there.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's amazing. I love
That's
Wonder Woman pose. So in case you're
yeah.
wondering what the although I also like the V pose, Wonder
Mhm.
Woman V.
That's really, really good. That's juicy. So everybody, you can do that when you pause the video, replay, whatever. Comment when you did it. We would love to see for you to do it. I'm going to do it after this interview as well, because every time I do that play prompt, there's actually scientific evidence that our body gets activated. The whole body chemistry changes to according to our posture. So when we're like this, we're like, I don't have energy. I'm not really there. When we're like freaking superpower pose, like all the things start moving, and that also affects the thoughts that we have, the ideas, and how we feel about ourselves. It's really magical. So you will get your big answers from there when you're in that energy afterward. And 3 minutes can feel like a long time. I've done that before, and I actually done like several poses. I'm like, okay, another pose. I'm like, yes, celebrating, super. It feels amazing. So enjoy.
That is awesome. Well, I am doing a practice right now that I actually set my timer for because otherwise I'll forget. But the practice is every hour of my business day, I set it for 55 minutes and then I spend 5 minutes doing some sort of play or check in or something. So that is your first play prompt. And so I have your second play prompt. So if I invite you to play this game today of 55 and 5. So 555, you're going to do 55 minutes of work and 5 minutes of doing this. So
Right.
that was the first one. That's what you're going to do the first hour. And here's the second one. Sweet magnolias, a
Mm.
mini visualization. Receive its magic now. Imagine a field of most gorgeous flowers and a luscious, soothing scent wafting over you and around you right now. A sea of flowers, warm sunshine. You're immersed in love. Breathe in all the colors, the nurturing. Soak it up. Rejuvenate with love.
Hmm. Wow, I never had anybody read that to me before. I've written it, but not read it. Woo! That's so good. And that goes to nourishing our soul as a foundation of our business, right? So I would love to hear any comments, or all of you, if you're soaking this up as much as we are. How what comes up for you? How does this change what you might do today in your business? And how might it change your perception of how you want to run your business overall? Because we can choose at any moment, right? So, Jean, I would love to hear a really cool example from your life when you started using playfulness consciously as a foundation and strategically, and with your game and with your clients. Like, what's a success story example of what happened when people did that? And can
Yeah,
be your
I kind of want to share the very beginning of this game because games inside of business do this kind of magic. And when I took a year off to figure out how do you produce a game, how do you make this happen, how do you do all those kind of things, and at the end of that, launched that game. What happened was I had 40 business owners jump in, buy the game along with the program, and for 100 days hang out with me to have something magical happen and miraculous happen in their business. And
Mhm,
by sitting in that play place, up to that moment, my mailing list had 128 people on it.
mhm,
And I didn't know who would buy a game like this or buy a program along with it. Or I honestly hadn't sold that much in my business at all up to that moment.
mhm,
And the idea that 40 people would step up and raise their hand and say, "That sounds amazing. I want that."
Mhm.
And step forward. Launching my business is that sold out thing, right? Where I had 50 games, I sold 40 of them and then sold the remaining 10. So I get to say, I sold out the first run.
Yeah.
That felt like a miracle in my
Mhm.
world to have a business that was functioning and thriving inside of that. And this is the piece of it that says, my business coach was like, I don't know what to do with you. Like she's like, make a webinar, grow your business, go out and do social media, all these other things. I didn't do any of those things. I made a game.
That's so refreshing. Yes. Mhm. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Jen. Thank you for that story. I love that that you really experienced a miracle with that whole concept of creating a game and having playfulness as a foundation in part of the strategy of your business. It's so great. So that being said, I want to mention that actually, you guys don't know this, but Gina and I do this in the background for VIP clients. If you are in the space that sounds really intriguing, you want to bring more play into your world, and having a game at the foundation of your business and how that can help you grow your business in really big ways. We actually have a client right now that we work with and creating a game for her. Um, she's creating a movement around the planet, and the game is a foundational piece of her business, and that's actually also part of her marketing, and it's going to go viral because people love to play games, and she's already rolling with it and has charities that are already coming out of the ground doing her thing, and it all makes sense with the foundation of the energy of joy, which also helps her get things done and make a bigger impact, and it stands out. There's so much magic in that. Jean, do you want to say in your words what's that bigger thing, that bigger business impact strategy piece that we're doing together, or you alone, or together
Yeah.
sometimes for people? Yes.
Yeah. This is the idea of where is the heart of your business?
Mm-hmm.
And people who have on their heart a big movement, like something they're passionate about shifting on the planet. When you add a piece to that movement and put play at the heart of it, it becomes incredibly understandable and magnetic.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that business piece of it. It's that moment when people are like, wait, what? It's a game? And they lean in. It is that lean in part that simply doesn't happen with anything else. I went to a party one time. It was kind of funny. And it was one of those, it wasn't really a networking event, but the person who was having the party knew a lot of coaches. And so it was a lot of coaches, consultants, kind of people who were there. And invariably, we're standing around the backyard with a glass of wine. And someone says, so what do you all do? Right. So now we're going around the circle and everyone's kind of saying what they do. And they're like, I'm a life coach, I'm a business coach, I'm a book coach. I mean, like it was just going on and people are like blah blah blah, right? And then they come around to me and they're like, well, Jean, what do you do? And I said, well, I invented a game for businesses. And literally everyone in the group leaned in.
Mm-hmm.
And later, the book coach guy came over to me and he's like, I want what you have. Because this is a compelling piece. Everyone is looking for that childlike connection
Mm-hmm.
to the love in their heart, the play, the things that make them understand humanity and love it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I love that so when we team up together, I love that we can bring all that you need. So business piece, like Jean, you didn't even mention that, but I see always Jean as this really zone of genius business strategies to actually level up in a big way, like whether it's through Amazon or through Kickstarter or whatever. So there's all the resources that you found for yourself and your clients of like, how do you make things go? As you say, how you like you get an idea, you get a game, so then what? Like, how do you make it go? That's also needed, right? Because I mean, a lot of people bring out
Right, because
um,
yeah.
stuff, and then it might just sit there if you don't have a strategy that lights you up and fits to your business. And
Yeah, because especially working with creatives have lots of ideas, and
Mhm.
may even have an idea right now for a deck. I know some of you who are watching this are like, I've had this idea for 30 years for a deck, right? I know that person is watching this right now because you think about it and you've had it and it's downloaded to you and you kind of know how it works, but you
Mhm.
don't actually know the business side. You don't know how you're going to sell it. You don't know how this is going to work, and you need the strategy attached to it. So
Mhm.
yes, that is that solid piece. And I like to talk about all the visionary stuff, and yet that solid on the earth, land that and sell the shit out of it. That is incredibly important.
Yeah.
And what is your strategy for that? And every person's is different. Not every person is like, I'm going to do a Kickstarter. Maybe you're going to travel in a van around the country and you're going to,
Yeah.
sell it in wild parties. I don't know what you're going to do with your game. Maybe you're going, maybe you're going to, going for world domination, or maybe you love to change your corner of the world. Any
Mhm.
one of those are incredible strategies that have a strategy that's just for you. There is no
Yeah.
cookie cutter space inside of a game.
Exactly. And by the way, that's something that I help people with as well in my world. So to find that joy marketing strategy that lights me up too, because I'm all about like if you want to live your sparkle life, permission to sparkle is you have to do things with and from joy, and that means in your innovative way. And like we talked about, finding the ideas that come from the heart, right? It's going to be very unique. And what we do, Jean and I, when we have VIP clients who have this desire for a game at their core of their business to make a big impact, we help you hear your intuition. And Jean is actually a really cool channeler of like creating shamanic visualizations where you do find then your game strategy, like what does your game look like, and then also how can it go onto the planet in a way that lights you up and helps your soul make the impact that you want to make. All that goodness. So there's
Well,
so much.
and I want to, yeah, there is so much here because one of the extraordinary ways that you inspire me also, even inside of my business, is your ability to hold space and feel truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to be in that place where you can see and feel, even where words, images, and the meaning fall and hit the heart of the
Yeah,
people. Like
yeah,
you have an
yeah.
incredible superpower in
Thank you.
having those things land, that design piece, that alchemy piece, that piece that
Mhm.
says, this is how it will make a bigger impact through this.
Yeah.
And that level of genius behind a game can't be understated, right? Because
Mhm.
it's not just saying I did these quick things, it's the things that actually hit people's hearts or
Mhm.
really illustrates the concept or the idea that this mission is about.
Yeah. Thank you,
And
Jean. Yes. It's everything. That's how I see that the alchemy also works. So we might all get like some spark of an idea, but then how do you land it on the planet, right? You need all the pieces. Like you need to um first to get clear, well, what does it want to be, and what does that tangibly look like, and then in what way do you love to bring it to the planet? What is your zone of genius? And then my branding brain can kick in, and my design brain of like, well, how does that make sense in context with your brand and your brilliance, with your teachings, right? Like all of that gets to flow through your game. That's the whole idea, that it's a representation of your awesomeness and what you want to bring to the planet. And then how do you package that in a way that also with the visuals literally vibrates in your frequency of magic? That's the whole idea. And then supporting you in birthing it in a way that lights you up. And also, like the strategy might include at some point like your team of support or whatever that looks like. So Yeah. So we're talking a lot of examples for like VIP clients. So that's out there. If that calls you, we're here. But this video is to inspire all of you guys to literally like give yourself permission. That's my mission with this book. Give yourself permission to sparkle, and in this sense, for the business, give yourself permission to play in business. If that's your only walk away from this, if you give yourself permission in every single moment, like you can, whenever something feels heavy, ask yourself, how can I make this feel more like play? And for me, what often shows up is like a mind question, right? It's like, oh, what story am I telling myself? Am I not giving myself permission? Or do you literally want to have a game? Like it can go that far, but it can also be small, like in your day to day as inspiration too. And that can change your life the more you be curious because you listen to your heart. Yeah. Ay, ay, ay.
Absolutely.
We are already like over 30 minutes. Oh, there's so much we could do and say and share. Jean, what magic can people expect when they come to you and what, yeah, we have the website here, jeanberrypresents.com.
Right. And you can just click on the game. If you are new to my work and that kind of thing, click on the game. There's a little icon at the top that says play the game. Click there. There's a little walkthrough. Drew some cards just for you, and play. Play and see what happens. Play and see what opens up for you. There's just so many possibilities. And then choose your adventure. What adventure would you like to go on that will add more play into your world?
That's so great. That gives me chills again. That sounds amazing, Jean. So for all of you watching, if you want to find out about what magic is behind my website, go to astridmuller.com. You get access to my book there. My game is currently available only exclusively for clients who work with me, or you can contact me for bulk orders. I have programs there that basically help you make your life or your business or both more sparkly, and whatever that means. You also get to discover when you come peek and lean in. So
Ooh, I totally love the idea of that. Order this in bulk and then give it to your clients as gifts. Wouldn't that be an amazing gift?
Thank you for the idea. Yes, of course. Yes, because it brings you into your zone of genius and magic, and it's fun. It feels good, and brings more joy in everybody's lives, especially when people are in programs that are heavy and like dense in the mind. Like we miss out on so much. So don't, like, this is my visual walk away inspiration for you. Like if things feel too heavy, you might be operating only from your limited logical mind. If you want to open up to all the magic, allow playfulness, give yourself permission to play, hear your intuition, and access your full zone of genius. And both Jean and I, we can help you do that in our own ways. So those were some inspirations. Thank you all so much for watching. Find Jean here. You got my link as well. Permission to play in business. May the play be with you. That's what I'll say to close it out. Awesome. Jean, you can stay on. I will end the broadcast here and wish you all the best. See you soon somewhere in our playgrounds.